So, hey guys, thank you guys for joining us for another interview here on Speak Easy. I am your host, Altony Spelzer, the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach. I come to you with Speak Easy, where we talk about the behind the scenes of what it means to be a speaker or an author. And today I have my sis on with me today. It is Miss Charon. Hey, Charon.
Hi.
So Charon is a baker, but she also cooks as well. She does things. She's over on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. She is in California. Yes, my sis from California. And she actually sells her baked goods via social media. And so that was one of the ways that we connected was, of course, I'm a foodie. In case y'all haven't remembered that part, I'm a foodie. So I'm always connecting with people who are doing something with food. And literally, she has now put out 2 cookbooks or just the one.
Well, one cookbook and one tip book.
There we go. So we have the one cookbook out and we have the one tip book out already. And how many of you know that people still buy cookbooks? They do. They definitely do. I know that I have a shelf full of cookbooks because I have a younger child who loves to cook. So cookbooks are still very relevant, and I'm going to allow her to tell you more about her cookbook. So Charon, introduce yourself to the people, tell them who you are and what inspired you to write your first cookbook.
Hey, I'm Charon. I have been cooking and baking for 20 years, and I love to share and show you how to cook from scratch and how easy it is. And of course, because I'm a baker, I am the anointed baker, so I give you amazingly phenomenal baked goods. And my second book, which is Sauces to Keep Your Man. And what inspired me was actually, I was on Periscope with some beautiful sisters, and one of them is doing the interview right now. And we were all kind of chatting about like food and everything like that. And one sister was like, you need to have a book of sauces, how to keep a man with sauces. And I was like, that's my next book. That is my next book. And so I decided to make a compilation book of sauces. And now the cool thing about this book is that it gives you base recipes that you can add in different variations. And so the variations make the each sauce completely different and taste completely different. So in essence, you're getting over 20 different recipes in one book, and they're all sauces, and they're all homemade, and they all taste phenomenal. And they weren't just tested by me, because sometimes people can go, well, you're biased, but other people have actually tasted them, and they're like, oh my gosh, Sharon, how this is amazing. I'm like, don't be messing with my anointing. My anointing is real. Okay, so that is what really inspired me to do this book. And I put in a couple recipes from my grandmother's. I didn't actually write that in there, but they are a lot of my inspiration for doing some of the sauces and things like that. And a lot of people who have like been a great influence in my life, just coming in and showing me how to do things. Like when I was a kid, like making like homemade enchilada sauce, and I just took that. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to do it this way. And so I put that in there. So, and dessert sauces. I did not forget your dessert sauces, y'all. So yes, the book is absolutely amazing. It's currently on Amazon, and y'all need to go get it, like for real, because you can't keep your man without some good sauces. So,
and it's funny because the sauces class was one of the classes that my daughter took. And it was an e-course. It was a virtual course. And so my daughter had us in here going, what are you making? What are you doing in there? And, we were very excited. So I can definitely guarantee that those sauces were amazing, especially the dessert sauce. But, who am I but just a foodie? I'm just saying. So Sharon, in making this book, this first book, or this second book, what was the one thing that really, the one obstacle that really kind of caught you off guard? It wasn't something that you expected.
Well, honestly, it was really the marketing. Um, you know, because you can't just like continue to just keep posting it and posting it and posting it and expecting people to buy your book. It's like so much more than that, and I never realized that. I'm like, oh, I can just post this and people are gonna want it and everything like that, and that really wasn't the case, you know. So I mean, I did grab some people who wanted it from there, but it wasn't like the bulk of people who bought the book really anyway. It was those folks who like see me like, you know, cook on, you know, Periscope and on Facebook and was like, okay, like this girl's like the real deal Holyfield. So let me go ahead and get her book because she's nothing to play with, you know? So that,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yes.
the marketing was just so difficult. It is still difficult, you know? The book is, it's going to be coming up almost on a year that I've had that book, you know, and I'm so super excited that I can say that I'm an author of 2 books. That's phenomenal. I never thought that I'd ever have that, you know, and I have 2 books on Amazon. Like, that's amazing.
I know, isn't it bananas? The feeling is just like when you look at the book and it has your name at the bottom, you're just like, oh my goodness, I did that.
Right.
I did that. And then yeah,
Exactly.
I do have to agree, marketing has been that, like a lot of people, that is their Achilles heel, that is the thorn in their side, because there's not a lot of people out there teaching about marketing your book, at least
Right.
marketing it in a way where it's not draining, marketing it in new ways, because I have found that there are a lot of older ways to market the book that people, you know, circulate, but we have live streaming now. So
Right.
they don't really count anymore. Or they don't have, I wouldn't say they won't count, but they don't have as much weight in the marketing game as
Mm-hmm.
a video does. I mean, you
So
just said it
true.
literally. You know, you've connected with a lot of people simply because of Periscope, Facebook. I know that you also have your private Facebook group where you go live in there and cook. And let me tell y'all something. If you are on a diet, you do not want to be in this private Facebook group, because they're posting all types of food and it looks so good. And you would just be like, okay, let me just go in the kitchen real quick.
Right.
Or let me just go and order something really quickly.
Right.
But it looks amazing. It's fabulous. And she's always giving tips in there and everything. So later at the end of the interview, I will let her give you all the updates on not just how to get the book, but also how to join her private Facebook group. So that way you can get in there and see what it is that she's cooking up and what she's sharing out. She also had a membership program going on that she's putting together for some cookies. Now, I have been known to get cookies. And I ordered a large number of cookies, and I will not tell you how long it took before those cookies were gone, but it was not the normal time. It was definitely not the normal time that it takes to eat those cookies. Like, they should have lasted for like a week. They didn't. They did not. And so I know with being an author, everybody always goes after that coveted Amazon best-selling author title. And so you have been one of the amazing authors to be able to see, well, a best-selling author title. But you've been an author who's been able to receive that title. How did it feel? How did you find out? And how have you used that? Have you started to use that in your marketing just yet?
Actually have not used it in my marketing just yet, and I probably should. But the issue is that first of all, like, it's good to kind of Google your name, like often, like here and there, to kind of see like not only like what people other people are seeing when they Google your name, because that's super, super huge. Like, I recommend it for everyone. If you have not Googled your name, you need to Google your name and see what pops up first, second, and third, and how many pages you got. That's super, super huge. Because, first of all, I'm on 3 pages. I have 3 pages of Charon Garing. Okay, that's me. That's totally me. Not only with my Instagram, my Facebook, my Periscope, my everything is on there. And then I was like looking, and on the, I think it was like on the 3rd page, I made bestsellers list on the cooking list. Out of 576 books, I was one of them for their best-selling book, and I just was floored, because I was just like, little old me, with all these amazing books, like seriously, amazing books, and I was one of them. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of books that could have made that list. I was one of them. I was floored. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Like, this is so cool. Like, but I've not yet to use it. I need to use that. But yes, the Sauces to Keep Your Man is a bestseller. I told my family, and they're just like, oh my gosh, like, and it's super awesome. It's just the best feeling in the world. So it's good to know that your hard work is actually paid off. So.
Definitely. And so I definitely agree. Google your name, because we don't want anybody Googling you. That's a potential client, a potential program that they want you to speak at, and your MySpace page comes up. We don't want that to happen, but we want to make sure that we're presenting ourselves in such a way that, guess what, they see who it is that you are right here, right now. I always tell you, you need to always be presenting who you are, who you serve, and how you serve across your social media sites. And that may mean that you need to update some things periodically, because we're always growing. And so just like with Charon being a best-selling author, that's something that needs to go on all her social media sites, because she did an amazing job with that. And even with the classes that she's done, like I said, she's done e-courses with my daughter. Even with the classes she's done, amazing classes. My daughter has taken 2 of her courses already, I believe, and definitely looking forward to taking another one. She's just waiting to see what her schedule is going to be like for the fall. And, definitely looking forward to taking another class. That's what it's about. You never know how social media is going to connect you with people. And it has not only connected her with people, but it's put her book out there before people that she may have never known before then. So that's an amazing thing to be able to say. So I also want you to let everybody know how they can find you on social media, how they can get the amazing book, Sauces to Keep Your Man. Yes. How they can get the book, and what you have coming down the pipeline as well.
Okay, well, how you can get the book, that's first and foremost. You can go to type in the URL bit.ly/saucy book, and you can get your book. It goes straight to the Amazon page where you can like order it and you can get it. And I think if you have Prime, it's a lot easier too. So all you got to do is just like click a button and it's yours. So I would totally recommend you doing that, because you need to keep your man with these sauces. There you go. Don't miss out. And you can find me on every piece of social media. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. So if you just type in my name, like on any of those platforms, you'll definitely come up. And it's either my first and last name, Charon Garing, or The Anointed Baker. So it's either or. But I'm on everything, like literally everything. I was like, when I started to think about it, I'm like, gosh, like that's a lot of social media. That's a lot of social media, like.
I do. You can find me everywhere. That's
on, wow. And like going and rolling and everything. So you can find my blogs on Tumblr. You can find my tweets and pictures and stuff. You can find all sorts of food and baking stuff on Instagram. You can find me on Periscope. I do live broadcasting on there, teaching you how to cook your food from scratch. And periodically I'll get on there and I will bake some yummy, yummy stuff and make your mouth drool, like literally where you're sitting and you be hating me because you really want the food and you can't get the food because you're on a diet. And I'm on Facebook. I have my business page, The Anointed Baker. You can totally get on there. All you got to do is just type in The Anointed Baker, or you can go to bit.ly, my dinner club, and join my dinner club. And the cool thing is about the dinner club is that it's all for like people who absolutely love to cook. It's by a foodie for foodies. And so you get in there, you post your stuff in there. If you need any help, I will, post some tips in there for you. I will answer any of and all of your questions. I'm very, very, very knowledgeable about a lot of foods and a lot of different tips. So if I don't know it, I'll search it out for you, I love people posting their pictures and stuff like that. I got a brother on there that posts his stuff, and he makes me literally want to like get on a plane and like go to his house and like sit down and eat food with him, like for real. And you're missing out if you're not in this group because it's absolutely amazing. It's like the things that are coming down the pike are absolutely amazing. For me, there's another book that I'm going to be doing, a couple books I'm going to be doing. Next year, I'm going to be coming out with my full-on, like, actual recipe book, which is going to be really, really awesome. It's going to have over 100 different recipes in it, and that one's going to be absolutely fabulous. The next one is probably going to be another Amazon book before the winter time, and it's going to be, like, winter foods. So it's going to be, like, soups and savory things, that way, you can kind of keep warm, and comfort foods, like good meatloaf and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for my next book. So
Definitely. And I can tell y'all, oh my goodness, she said meatloaf, and I'm just sitting here going, oh, meatloaf. I don't even want to look at my oven right now because it's like 90 something degrees outside.
Oh, right?
In my oven. But oh, meatloaf.
Girl, you better make yourself some. You want to.
I made some last weekend, and surprisingly enough, there's a little bit there's like a small piece hidden in the corner of the refrigerator.
You better go make yourself a sandwich, girl.
There's like a small piece hidden in the corner of the refrigerator. Yeah, because I have to make, when I make meatloaf, I have to make at least 4 loaves of meatloaf because I have teenagers. And it gets dangerous if I don't have enough meatloaf. It's quite dangerous if I don't have enough meatloaf. They've won the blows for the last piece of meatloaf before, so that part. So I am definitely excited for you. I'm excited about the things that you have coming down the pipeline. I know that you're also working on your website so that way you can get these goodies out to everybody. So if anybody wants to order from you before then, how can they reach out to you to order some of those amazing cookies that I was talking about earlier, or some of your other things that you have available?
Yeah, you can hit me up on Messenger, or you can call me on Messenger, which is totally fine. Like, my phone number's on there, so just go ahead and click the phone icon and order your stuff, and then I will send you a link so that you can put the money with the shipping in it. I do only standard flat rate shipping, so anything that fits in a medium or large flat rate box is where it will come to you. And so that's between like $13.60 or like $18.85 or something like that. So whatever fits in there, I'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Either it be like the cookies or coffee cake or something. And I do special requests too. So if there's something that you really, really like, and it's not, you don't know if I do it or not, just tell me and I will make sure it happens for you. So
Now, I know also a lot of people right now have, especially with the What the Health video that's been going around that people have been watching, people have been asking about vegan cookies. And I know that you had a recipe that you were working on as well. So has that recipe been completed?
Yes, that recipe has definitely been completed. I have two recipes for vegan cookies. One is vegan chocolate chip and vegan cranberry almond. And both of them are absolutely amazing, amazing cookies. And they hit all the bells and whistles. They do not taste like vegan cookies. I mean, like, the typical vegan cookie is like dry and just not, it hits every bell and whistle that you want in a cookie. So it's really, really awesome.
Definitely. Oh, amazing, amazing. So I want to say thank you again, Charon, for coming and joining me for Speak Easy for your interview. I appreciate you. And for all of those catching this interview via the replay, no matter what platform you're catching it on, if you have any questions, Sharon's information will be in the bottom of the video. You'll be able to reach out to her, her social media sites, as well as information for those vegan cookies that I know people are looking for right now. So I want to say thank you guys again for catching another episode of Speak Easy. I am your host, Altaviz, and with our special guest, Ms. Charon Garing. We appreciate you guys, and don't forget to press it out.